The Conceited Thief. In the sun-baked heart of Yazd, where the desert air shimmers with heat and the adobe walls of ancient homes whisper tales of centuries past, there lived a thief, lazy as a lizard in the midday sun and arrogant beyond reason. He believed labor was for fools and virtue was a mask for the weak. Why toil under the sun or slave away at a trade, he would mutter to himself, sprawled beneath the shade of a crumbling caravanserai. Why sweat and strain when others grow and gather what I can simply take? Providence, after all, is cleverer than effort. One sultry afternoon, as the city dozed in its siesta and the breeze carried the scent of ripe fruit, the thief wandered past a lush apricot orchard. It was a rare sight in such a parched land, rows of golden trees glimmering under the sun, heavy with ripe orange orbs that glowed like lanterns against the green. His empty stomach growled, his eyes lit up. "Ah, fate kisses me once more," he declared theatrically, gazing upon the orchard as if it were a divine offering. Without a shred of hesitation or shame, he slithered between the trees, snatched a bagful of apricots, and found a shaded nook under one of the trees. Reclining with a sigh of smug satisfaction, he bit into the juicy fruit, its sweet nectar running down his chin. The world for him had never looked more beautiful. But no dream is safe from the eye of truth. As he prepared to drift into a post-feast slumber, a sharp voice pierced the silence. The orchard's owner, a dignified man with sun-leathered skin and a quiet strength in his gaze, stood before him, arms crossed. "Have you no fear of God?" the man asked, his voice calm but stern, to steal so openly in broad daylight. The thief sat up lazily, brushing apricot skins off his lap. A sly smile crept across his lips. "Why should I fear?" he replied, lifting a fruit like a holy relic. "These trees belong to God, do they not? And I too am God's servant, so I've merely eaten from God's orchard with God's hand. What crime is there in a servant enjoying his master's bounty?" The owner's brow furrowed, but he said nothing. Instead, with a slow nod, he turned and walked away, promising to return with an answer. Moments later he reappeared, this time accompanied by a sturdy gardener, carrying a rope and a thick wooden stick. The thief, still reclining under the tree, now looked on with curiosity. The owner gestured towards the thief. "Bind this faithful servant of God to the tree," he instructed the gardener, "and beat him with this divine stick until the wisdom of his words becomes clear to him." Panic seized the thief. He leapt to his feet, dropping the apricots in a sudden flurry. His voice trembled with desperation. "Are you mad? Have you no fear of God yourself, to beat another of his servants so cruelly?" But the owner only shrugged, a knowing smile dancing on his lips. "Why should I fear?" he replied. "You are God's servant, are you not? And this stick belongs to God. I am merely using God's stick to teach God's servant a lesson on God's land." As the thief stood frozen in realization, the owner added with a quiet solemnity, "This world is like a great mountain. Whatever you shout into it, good or bad, comes echoing back to you. So if ugliness returns from the mountain, know this, it was your own voice that stirred it, not the mountain's cruelty."